like, okay, I can't. Like, so I was in the car, and I didn't finish it too before I got to my destination, but I never picked it back up.
So what the hell is that?
I passed on that one.
Yeah, then I listened to the Donnell Jones one.
Is that old?
Nah, I was new. That nigga going there a lot.
Wait,
Hold on, nigga.
when?
Hold on, Tiff. Okay. What? Priest D in the building like this. How it's going, nigga? Man, it's going swell. Podcast doing good, doing well. Getting new folks, man, every week. Blowing up, boy, hitting the peak.
Look at his toes.
Psych, nigga chilling. We in the Bay and we getting that feeling. Priest D with the boy, the Doc. And Tiff, man, we the rock, we the poppin'. Every week. To the beat, boy, beat to the beat. And it's Priest D on the microphone. And tell you suckers, man, leave me alone. Just listen to my podcast, hear what I say. You gon' know the boy from the Bay with the smooth old accent, the two short rhymes. Man, he bring it straight every time, every week. Once a week. Got you straight dancing on your feet. Priest D in the caddy, man, ride with daddy. Shotgun, why rubbing that babby?
We might have found your lane. We might have found your lane.
There's that beat.
Yeah, that's the first time you ever.
Oh man, she lucky she came through. I ain't going to wild out like last time. But she lucky. All right.
Well, what's up? This is Dr. IJ.
It's your boy Priest D.
Oh, I thought you were going to keep going. I thought I had a minute before it was my turn.
I hit him.
What's up? It's your girl, Tiffany, and welcome to Dudes and a Chick.
Man, what's been going on with you, dog? I ain't holla at you all week, I feel like.
Yeah, I ain't even been in Sac all week, bruh.
You been out of town? Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, after our last session, man, I left.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Where you go?
I ended up having to go out to Arizona for a few days. And then I've been in the Bay babysitting for my mom for the last couple of days. So, nigga just been busy.
Moving and grooving?
Man, trying to stay up, trying to be a self-made millionaire.
Oh my gosh, dog. Why is Tiff entertaining her, man?
Man, because that's her baby. You know what I'm saying? She got to entertain her baby.
She was quiet. You the one that brought her into it.
Don't come back up here, Doc.
She feel like she part of the show now. You know what I mean?
It's been popping with you too.
I don't even know. I feel like I've been moving, but I can't tell you what I've been doing.
Hey, I promise, man. It feel like we don't be sitting down. Like we be on like.
Yeah, y'all stay moving.
Yeah, well, like what day is it again?
Right.
Oh man, I could tell you something we did. $20 Tuesdays.
Oh yes.
Oh, y'all still keeping that up?
Yeah,
huh?
man, trying to. I saved some bread this time. I was like, man, I spent $6.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I spent $6. I went and got a inner tube for my bike. And you know how girls say, I just want time. I just want to kick it.
That explains the bike ride, huh?
I said, hey, let's go take a bike ride.
Okay.
Let's ride around for like 30, 40 minutes. And just,
I see you.
Hey, it felt hella good out there, too.
I see you.
It was nice outside last night.
Yeah, we just mobbed around for like 30, 40 minutes. Just kicked it.
Yeah,
At the neighborhood. It was cool, too. Like, I ain't mad at it. Just chopped it up one-on-one. No kids around. Just two big kids having fun.
Hey, that's cool. That answers one of my questions, though, because when I seen it, I was like, man, I hope they didn't come by the house and I ain't there. But now that I know it was $20 Tuesday date, I know y'all just scooted on past me.
Yeah. We did hit your block.
That's like a funny.
Dang.
On the way back.
Yeah, I did. Now, if I don't see your car parked out there, I'll be like, damn, where you at?
Yeah, man.
I cannot drive past your house without rubbernecking. Like, he ain't home.
I was in the wind.
He ain't home. Hey, you do that?
No.
I do that every time by default. It's like, I'll be like that Kevin Hart.
Hey, that's funny how she said no. Hey, but sometimes I do that with y'all. Like if I'm going to the house. You don't even
have to come this way.
I know, so that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes I'll intentionally take the scenic route just to see if y'all home.
Hey, he's hella far away from his mailbox.
I am.
Where's it's on
You know where you stop to talk on the phone before you come in?
Yeah.
His mailbox is over there.
Yeah, my mailbox is dead.
I was over there on the
I
phone.
thought you was in the middle, like you been in the
Nah.
corner, like in between my house and your house.
Nah, I thought that's where I was too when I first moved
They
out.
are
Nah.
in the cuts. Like
We
you're
all
driving to that mailbox.
Hey, that ain't
every
even
time.
fair.
Yeah, we
and it's
yeah,
on a
we-
busy street.
We is nowhere
Yep.
close. I said that too. Like when we first got our mailbox key, I went to that one in the middle, and it was like,
They're
nah,
like,
that
"Nope."
ain't you, bruh.
Keep going.
And it was like you need to search and find. And it was like hide and go seek for a second there.
Dang.
We finally found it, and I was like, Jesus. Okay.
No, my brother, you got to get your own.
Yeah, but you know, I do what I can when I do.
Hey, what's popping with this TV?
You know, I don't think I really have one today because I'm not caught up on my shows.
What the hell?
Yeah, what's been going on in your life?
That's a segment that we're supposed to have. Like I didn't.
Oh, that's a
like
a
I'm
guarantee?
I'm waiting for like what the hell she finna ask us
All
this
right, well,
week.
let me see if I can
the
pull
minute,
one
the
out.
minute,
Yeah, like-
the minute you come prepared is the minute she like,
Hey, I'm coming
ain't got
prepared.
nothing.
I'm coming prepared for your segment. Like,
All right.
da-da-da. Now
Let
it's the
me
Tiffany
see
segment TV
if I
show.
can pull anything out. Let's see what if I watch.
Hey, while you thinking of that, have y'all ever met somebody that when you see them they're attractive, but then you get to know them, you like,
Hella times.
this is
Hella
the
ugly.
ugliest person in the
Yeah.
world.
Well, yeah, that's why.
Hey, it goes.
That's
it,
why
it goes,
ugly people are cool.
Hey, it flip flops too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You can see somebody hella ugly, and then like it just blind you with their coolness, and you they be like,
Jay-Z.
they be like, dude, baby hella ugly. You be like, so and so.
I just had that realization this week.
She look cool.
You seen somebody that was
Somebody that I know that I've always thought was like very pretty, and I just had a conversation with him the other day, and I was just like she is not pretty.
She don't do it no more. You, hey, that was like you was better off never talking. Like,
Right. Nah, really though. That's how I was feeling to myself. I was just like I wish I would have never. Yeah.
Never. I wish I never engaged.
She was like, I can't wait till the next time we see each other. We should do lunch. I was like, nah, we should not do lunch. Like, because if I gotta hear you to see you, then I don't want to see you.
dang.
But if I could see you and not hear you, then we can do lunch.
Well, that's not gonna work.
I know. But you know what? I might propose it though, just to see. You know what I mean? Like, I might do something like say like, hey, I've been practicing abstinence in terms of, conversations, so we can have lunch.
That's deep.
We just can't talk.
Dang, that's
Because
like
you only use that word pertaining to
yeah
sex.
for sex. I've been practicing abstinence from talking to you. Hey, I'm gonna say that to somebody, dog. I've been practicing
Dang.
abstinence from getting this soda.
Yeah. I've been practicing abstinence
So you're gonna have lunch with her in silence.
in silence. Like that's and then I'm just gonna come up with something deeply spiritual, like.
But then she gonna think you trying to get at her.
In silence?
And yeah,
Nah, if you tell somebody you practicing abstinence from looking at them, from talking to them, but they enjoy looking at you.
Nah, not saying I enjoy looking at you, just saying, I'm trying to get in touch with my inner self.
You should get one of those bowls that when you tap it, ding. So
Wow.
she'll really think that you're really like deep.
Exactly. and then I'm gonna say, so I've been trying to clear, declutter myself from worldly things. So I got to make it sound good. So I'm gonna be like, I spend my lunch breaks in silence, no
You're
cell
welcome
phone.
to join me if you like.
You know what I mean?
One of those.
No music, just in my thoughts.
You gotta be my homie. I could do that with a homie. Like if I knew that you got me on something, or like say if you like, let's go to lunch, I got you, but I just want to let you know before I go, I don't talk on my lunch. I go in a Zen type place and I just sit there and eat lunch. I'll be like, Nigga, I'm gonna try that with you. Where you do that at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's try it. Let's go.
Right.
Like, I'll be like, what's up? So if I was that chick, I might buy that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try it. I mean, provided that she never ever hears this episode, or I just got to do it before Monday.
How do you know that? Oh, because you would tell her the silent thing. Okay, your wife don't care you go to lunch with chicks?
Nah.
This seems like you got to do that in your type of profession.
I was about to say, like, I work with 80% women, so to put a restriction on me going to lunch with a woman.
Why does he have to go to lunch with his colleagues?
I've been to lunch with a colleague before.
I mean, I work in a very
That's not what I asked.
What you
collegial environment.
What did you say?
I said, why does he have to go to lunch with them?
It's the people that you with. You around your coworkers more than you are with your family, your wife, and all that. You with them like 10, 12 hours a day.
Is that your case as a professor?
In terms of with my colleagues?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not with my colleagues a lot. So, like, an opportunity to get coffee or go to lunch or something, those are like valued opportunities because we work in isolation so much. Mm-hmm. So it is, especially for me, because I'm so far away from all my colleagues. So whenever I go to the main campus,
they all live out there.
Yeah. So whenever I go to the main campus, it's always like, hey, since you're here for only like 48 hours, like, do you want to come over for dinner? Do you want to do lunch? Do you want to catch coffee? Like, they all be trying to like just get that one-on-one time, pick my brain. You know what I'm saying? We just build community and go from there. So, but it'll never be any. I've told Nicole this before because I've had students that have had crushes on me. So
how you handle that?
Yeah, so I'm saying anybody who is a danger, I steer clear of.
How do you know?
Oh, you know. You know, it'd be obvious. It'd be obvious.
What they be doing?
It's just the way they approach you, the way they talk to you.
Oh, okay, it's a little
like different. So it's very different at NAU, but like when I was at Davis, like if somebody, you know what I'm saying, was lightweight feeling me, then all of a sudden they be asking what my office hours are.
Do you think if you wore a wedding ring that wouldn't happen?
Nah, I think it would probably be more. I think the common misconception is that women respect a wedding ring.
It's the exact opposite.
I think it's the exact opposite.
I do too.
Not always.
If it wasn't the exact opposite,
but
it wouldn't
the
be
wedding
so many.
ring isn't just for the other people. It could also be a reminder for yourself.
It could. No, I'm just saying, like, but we not talking about for self. We talking about for.
I think the fact that I got to come home every day is a reminder to myself.
But I'm talking about for other people. Like, take us out of it. I think more females are attracted to married men than single men because everybody's single. It's common to see a single dude, and especially a married dude handling his business. If that's what most women want. So if you the type of dude,
so you don't think that it's important to wear a wedding ring?
I didn't say that. I'm just talking about. No, it is.
That was a question.
It is.
You don't think it's important?
I think it is, but I'm just saying, like how he said, more people think just because you got a ring, it's like stay off, back up. Nah, it's
why don't you think it's important?
I think it's a waste of money. Now, hold on before you say anything. So B put me up on the rubber wedding rings. And I would consider wearing that. But I think wedding rings in general is a waste of money.
Take the cost factor out of it and just what the ring is supposed to symbolize.
It symbolizes nothing to me.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Because it doesn't.
So for what it represent, you don't believe that?
What does it represent? Maybe you can educate me on what it represents.
Well, the ring is supposed to be like it's round.
Endless.
So it's no
eternity.
Start or ending point of the ring. It's supposed to just be a representation.
I think it represents what the nigga said before you got well, take that back, not what nigga. It represents what the pastor said before you got married. He didn't tell you what your ring represent before
They
you
got
said I
married
do.
at the courthouse, didn't you?
No
No,
matter.
we got married at church.
Oh yeah,
But-
the uncle.
Yeah.
But he didn't tell you
The
what the
uncle
ring
shoulda broke
represented
down the
before you
ring.
signed the contract.
Bruh, we talking about 12 years ago.
I get that.
We're 12 years as well, and I remember.
I don't remember.
So you don't remember your vows?
I don't remember yesterday.
To break it down for him.
Wow.
Okay, let's say okay, he don't know what it is.
Look it up just so I can be.
Wait. No, you remember. Don't get to looking up.
No, I just told you
All
what
right,
it means.
give him your definition of it.
I just told you the ring is supposed to symbolize what your relationship is supposed to be. Like it doesn't end.
it
It's no. You can't find out where
Begins and ends.
begins and ends.
Clearly, I know when it began and when it ends because we have an anniversary date.
Oh my gosh.
So I believe you're smart enough to know what the ring represents. let's just start there. Let's just
To
go.
be clear,
Let's be clear. Okay.
I just don't buy into it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I just don't buy into it.
So no ring for you.
I mean, if the ring really symbolized something, then the divorce rate in this country would be a lot lower.
Take that.
Well,
take out
that's just
everything. I'm talking
marriage,
about you. I'm
period.
talking about you. Let's leave everybody else.
If you bring me into it, then a ring symbolizes a waste of money, and I waste money on a lot of stuff.
But
But
that
I
ain't
waste
worth it.
I waste money on stuff that I appreciate. I don't really get no value out of ring.
Nigga, trick a ring, huh?
I would
here
wear
it goes.
a wedding watch.
Hey,
A
some people.
circle has no beginning or end and is therefore a symbol of infinity. It is endless, eternal, just the way love should be. For many, the wedding ring is worn on the fourth finger, left hand. This is because the vein of this finger was believed to lead directly to the wearer's heart.
I'm willing to wear a wedding watch on my left wrist.
What about a chain with a ring around it?
I would do that too, but I'm not a chain person.
Dude, I'm a jewelry nothing.
Yeah, I mean, y'all see me. I don't really wear jewelry, but I like wearing watches. That's why I said, like, if my woman got
Hey, you
me
know what, dog? What's the most you ever spent on jewelry?
probably like 4 or 5 bands.
Man, I spent $3,500 on a chain that my cousin got into a fight with. Lost the chain. Called me on April Fools like 3 in the morning. Hey B, I lost your chain. I looked at the thing, just I'm trying to April Fool me. I'm going to bed. Hung up on him. Woke up in the morning. He really lost my chain, dog. You know how he paid me back?
How?
This dude gave me this when Xbox was popping, so it's like 2000 and well, they still popping, but it's like 2006, right before we got married. This dude gave me like 4 Xboxes and $600. It was like that should cover it. These Xboxes hitting for like $300-400. At that point, I was like, blood.
I respect his hustle.
I was like, money gone, man. At
I
this
respect
point,
his hustle,
look,
man.
give me the Xboxes, dog. I ain't even tripping. It's
Nah.
either this or not. Never getting nothing else after that.
So I remember Nicole and I were split up. I think we was like 2 years into the marriage. And I went and spent 8 bands on a ring, bro.
Why?
What kind of ring? Just a ring? Like a pinky ring?
Nah, it was a
For her
Claude
or you?
Thibodeau wedding ring.
For her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
A Thibodeau.
yeah, so
Never heard of it.
it's a French dude out of Canada make the rings. I bought the ring out of a store in Portland because there's no sales
I thought
tax.
you were going to say home
In
shop
Portland.
working that way.
And then got a spa date in Calistoga overnight. Had the jeweler FedEx it to the spa. Told the people at the spa, right?
Nigga romantic.
So
Oh, man.
so they had it.
He's
They
trying to
had
get
it.
out the doghouse.
I was.
not buying
Keep
it.
it real. Keep it
Oh,
real.
it's
Yeah.
romantic.
So they had the hotel,
Somebody over there
you know,
splashing.
put us in the
Speak on it.
in the honeymoon suite. Put the little
nigga.
rose petals on the bed. Had the champagne and had the ring set up in the room. Right. So we get there, we go. You know what I'm saying? mud bath, all that stuff,
Damn,
massage.
nigga, you gangster.
Put the ring on her
Speak on
finger.
it. Speak on it.
Man, I had that thing pawned a month later.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it didn't.
You didn't bust it. Everybody
It did not
bubble
work.
out there.
Bro.
Like,
it was a nice ass ring too, but it did
Dang.
not work. Yep.
Dang,
So
that's a lot, dog.
yeah, after that, I said I'd never buy another ring again,
How much you get for it?
bruh. Not even half.
For real?
Yeah, not even half.
25? Stay alive?
No, it was more than 25. It was like it was over 3 bands, but it wasn't half.
Took a L?
Yeah, I just took the L, bro, and just kept it pushing.
Ooh, I don't know. I would have saved that for the next chick or
Not
Nah,
the
give
next
it
That's
back.
that's in bad taste.
Nah, hey.
That's in bad taste.
DBS, dirtbag swag, man. Somebody's gonna get this ring, dog. I'm not losing 5 racks.
I feel you.
Like nah, we gonna put this in the cuts and hopefully we don't bump into this ex and be like, that's the ring.
Nah, money is money, but nah, bro. That was
You can't do that?
Huh?
Could you do that?
Can I do what?
Could you say for example, you had a ring and I just hate using us. Hey nigga, say for example
nigga, don't turn to me. You can't use it on yourself. Nigga want to turn to me now. Hey, let me use your life. I don't want to bring no bad luck on my life. I'll bring it on your life, nigga. Nigga, you better turn towards the closet or something.
all right, look. Let's say Johnny and Sue got divorced, right? Sue keep the ring. Sue get with Malcolm and be like, Malcolm, I just want to let you know I kept the ring from my last relationship, and I know you don't have a lot of money, but is it okay?
Oh,
Is it okay if I
absolutely
use
not.
this ring?
No.
How would you feel? Hold on. How would you feel and how would you feel? Why wouldn't you do it and how would you feel?
I wouldn't care. I'd be thanking her.
Same here.
She like, nigga, thank you for saving me some cash.
Hey, that's a nice
Heck
ring.
no.
Yeah.
That's a nice ring. We gonna
Love
get
it.
my family never seen that ring
Exactly.
before. I'm cool with that.
It's ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah, I'm living in the nigga house.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see why people. Okay, hold on. I want to know what you think, and then I got my question. Y'all probably know. Why wouldn't you do that?
Because that ring was for another relationship. And can you please put the ball down?
Oh, can you hear it?
Yes. I can't.
I did. I just blocked it out. I promise.
I was trying to, but I can't. No, I just wouldn't do it. That's like, can I keep his last name too if we get married?
So would you keep the
Some
ring?
women do.
Would you keep the ring or would you give it away?
I would keep it for my children.
What? What you gonna do? What you gonna give it to them
Yeah.
for? Like, ain't that
Please.
bad luck? Ain't that the point of the ring?
Please
Like,
explain that.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, you're still the kid's father, and that's still, like, I don't understand. Why would that be bad luck? If I wanted to pass my ring down, like, what if one of the boys wanted to give it to their,
this
like,
is my
this
mother's
was my
divorce
mom-
ring of my dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they gonna say.
No, they're going to say, this was my mom's ring with my dad.
They better lie and said, I bought this fresh out the jewelry store.
Yeah,
man.
Nah.
you might get a chick like you. Like, okay, would you want a divorce ring that his mom had to give to you?
It's not so much a divorce ring.
Would you
it's
want
just
it-
like
it
how
is a divorce
no,
ring.
It's just like you know how you are with your tattoos. Like, you don't want to get none of them removed because that's a moment in your life that you had.
Yeah.
So it's nothing that you're going to forget. It's the moment in your life that you had that got you to this place. Good or bad, it's who you are today because of all the past moments. It's a moment.
Okay, so you will want a divorce ring that I gave to you from my mom,
If you had your mother's ring, I would take your mother's ring.
knowing she divorced my dad.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, I'm gonna say okay.
Yeah, I ain't buying that one.
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay.
Yeah.
You won't even keep a hand-me-down ring in the next relationship. So what's the difference between this hand-me-down ring and a ring that you got from?
It was your mother's.
I would feel that the ring is cursed. It didn't work for your mama and your daddy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking.
But
Right
it's,
into
but
it.
it's not the piece of jewelry that can curse a marriage.
Then why would you bring the same one into the moment ring into this new moment?
Because first of all, you're gonna have to give me your own ring.
Okay, so my ring is a gold band versus this big diamond that you got just sitting in a drawer.
I'm not gonna pull. First of all, you wouldn't be okay with that either. So let's be real.
I will be okay with that.
You're lying.
Okay, this is what I'll say.
If we got to no.
Let's take
Hold
this
on.
ring
Hold
back.
on. No.
Let's take this ring back.
Take it back. Make it into something else.
Let's take it. That's for me though. I said let's take this ring back, trade it in for something else, and go from there. Whatever we get from that, whether it's like we're gonna take an L on it, but
so you would not want me to wear.
But I'm not buying you no new one. We're gonna do something with that ring. We're gonna do something with that ring though.
But not wear it.
Okay.
I would tell my wife that I don't want us to wear rings. But since she has one already, she could wear one so that people know that she married, and then I just wouldn't wear one.
So you want your wife to know she married?
No, I don't.
Not you.
I don't care. Like either way, like wear a ring, don't wear a ring.
Okay, but if she wanted,
But if you wanted to wear a ring, you got one already.
so go ahead and rock that one.
So rock that one,
Hey,
because
what
I'm not gonna buy you another one.
What I don't get is when people trip off the little things like I ain't driving this man car. You ain't gonna wear his ring, but live in dude house and sleep in dude bed. Like, what's the difference?
I mean, that's a good point.
I hear a lot of dudes say that, and I ask them that too. Like, ain't you living in the house that they used to live in together?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Sleeping in the same bed, wiping your nuts with the same towel, like nigga, probably using the same loofah, nigga.
How you feel about that?
Well,
Tiff?
towels get washed. I mean, I feel it's just the circumstances that you're in. Everybody's not able just to pick up and get a house. Eventually, I'm sure you will want to go and get a new house. But in the meantime, we're going to turn this house into our home.
Nah, but what if it's a cool house? Like, I'm perfectly
You didn't
fine
hear her
with
just
it,
say
though.
we're going to turn this house into our home. Probably get some new furniture, revamp it. Because I would want him to feel like this is his home and put his own little
Do you think I'll trip off that coming in a relationship like that?
coming relationship like what?
If I'm with a chick that has everything and just place nigga here type situation.
You're cool with that. You cool with a place. Can I be placed here? Okay, let's go.
I am. I concur. If your situation is better than mine and I can roll in your situation, let's go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm easy.
This nigga's serious too.
He's so serious.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I can get with that.
I could be Stedman, dog. Easily.
What
Yeah,
you
I
mean
could.
you can be Stedman?
I can be a house dad.
How do you figure Stedman's a house dad?
I'm just
I feel
saying,
like
just
he
period,
is a
like,
success in his own right.
He is a success, but compared to Oprah, he's a house dad. Like, just her reputation, her money, everything she got going with him, he would never be the typical male that makes more dominant money wise than his wife. So I'm saying, if my wife was in a position where I could be a stay-home dad, American dream. Let's go for it.
If I'm Stedman though, I'm looking at Oprah like I can never pay for a meal. Like you got so much cash that you should never look at me.
Hey, you know what though? The thing about it is, when you really on her level, you don't pay for nothing.
Everything is free.
Everything free. When I rode with Steve Blood, like we be in a restaurant, literally eating, and then they be like, "Hey, Stevie John, hey, just want to let you know, man, it's on me, bro. Hey, go."
Hey,
go Bills."
that's fine. But I'm saying if there was a situation where they just didn't happen to know Oprah, and I'm Stedman, and they looking the bill come, she better not look at me and nah, Oprah, I'm not.
You know
But why
you are?
not,
You know why
though?
you are? Because you got to be a man, and you can afford it.
No,
So that's your time. That's your time to lay down your man card.
I'm gonna be a man if I'm dating a woman and she make more money than me, but it's like within normal range.
Nah, dog, you ain't.
It don't matter. Like once if you got money, you got money. And if you swiping a card, it's probably coming out of the same account anyway. So it really doesn't matter.
I disagree, dog. I think you really gonna be like, I got this back. Nah.
Like why not? It's not gonna hurt you.
Nah.
It's not gonna affect nothing.
Cause she got illions on illions.
It don't matter.
Yeah,
You
to
still
me,
gotta
it
be a
does.
gentleman, dog.
Nah, fuck being a gentleman.
Nah, you say that now, but if it came
I'm
down
be
to
like-
it, you gonna be like, swiping, no swiping.
I'm gonna be like, oh baby, you really gonna have me? Get.
See, that's why you gonna lose Oprah, dog. That's why you can. That's why me and O will be tight.
But I feel like
You should never get with
but
you, dog,
it
because
just
of that
wouldn't
right
make
there.
any sense because he's a millionaire too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
if
get it.
it don't really matter,
You done
Once
lost your girl for a $700 bill.
Once
and
you
you're a
reach
millionaire.
once you reach a certain level of wealth, it don't even
No,
matter.
I get what you're saying.
Like, they're both rich.
I'm talking about the principle of it.
Nah, the principle is you be a man and pay.
Nah.
Yeah.
No,
That's the principle.
no,
Like
the principle of it is I'm going to be.
when we break it down to like having your mama in the room, you be like, I ain't raised you that way, boy.
And I'm going to be like, Mama, she got more money than anybody in here.
Matter.
And my mama going to be like, you right.
And then you're gonna be like, and then you got the second most amount of money of everybody in here.
It don't matter. My money don't matter in this situation when I'm sitting next to Oprah.
That's dumb.
It
Unless
don't matter. It don't matter unless you if it's out of y'all range and y'all both know. Yeah, that don't matter.
But
Then
it's
like,
not. If you're a
when she
multi-millionaire
when she
as well.
when she like, I just want to rent the Super Bowl, went to a dome out just to have 10 people there for a birthday, like something ridiculous, and she looking at you like, you're not gonna get that for me. Like, nah, that don't make no sense. But when it comes to something like a meal, buying her a car, like just simple stuff.
Nah, I can't do it. Like if we driving down the street and she be like, "Hey, I'm hungry," and I'm like, "Hey, man, it's an In-N-Out right there. Let's stop." And we order our food. Let me get the number one. No tomatoes, grilled onions. Mm-hmm. I think I want a shake today. Give me a shake and a large cup of water. What you want? Oh, okay. She want the number two. No tomatoes, regular onions. She want a shake too and a large cup of water. We get to the thing. They be like, "All right, sir, your order is $15.89." I'm gonna look at her.
Wow.
Yeah, you lost. Oh,
Yeah, that's
I'm be
dumb.
like,
shit, that's dumb.
be like,
Hey,
did you really think I was gonna pay for this?
That doesn't
Like,
make no sense. That would insinuate. That would mean that you're just with her for her money.
no, I'm not with her for her money. I'm with her for her, but it's just the
then
principle of it.
You still gotta treat her like a woman.
That's the principle of it. Yeah, like you still gotta be in a relationship.
Still gotta rub her back.
You still
got rubber booty.
I'll rub her back. I'll rub her booty.
You just ain't paying for nothing.
I just ain't
So
paying
you
for
just
no.
gonna live off of her dime.
No, not for her dime. I'm just, if we're together, I'm just not ever paying for no meal.
That's dumb.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get.
But I wouldn't go to the mall with her and then go pick out some clothes and then be like, "You got this, right?" Nah, I pay for my own clothes. And I might even see something nice for you and be like, "Hey, babe, I got you this."
If I'm Stedman, we can go to the mall and she can act like Michael Jackson, and I'm gonna pay that bill.
It's gonna come back to you.
You see when Michael's at the mall?
Nah, I ain't never. I was lost.
This one,
Hey, Michael's
I'll
at the
take
mall.
that.
I take 2 of those.
that one there, just
Oh,
walking
look.
though, walking and
Hey,
pointing.
that's nice. Give me 5 of those. Oh,
Couldn't
what is
even
this?
pay for that.
Give me 12 of these. And they just had a tab just getting everything, dog. You ain't black if you ain't seen that clip.
Well, Michael wasn't black, so. Huh?
Yeah, I give you that. I give you that.
I just think that that's weak. You can't, no matter how much money somebody got, you can't expect for them to pay for you.
Oh, I for surely feel so.
You
Hey,
can't.
you know what I
You'll get let
realized,
down
dog?
every time.
You know what I realized is that book we read. Did you read that book, the book of art, the art of not giving a F, right?
Yeah.
It in that book I realized, at the end of the day, people still want to be treated as people. Like when they see you when you using them and abusing them, like they gonna look at you in a certain type of way. Like,
I don't feel like it's using Oprah.
Nah, it is like she still want to be treated like a woman. At the end of the day, she wants somebody.
Bet.
She wants somebody to take care of her, somebody to make her feel like
Bet.
it's not about that. Yes,
If I
can do
was,
it, but you can do it.
if I was Oprah, and I was with a woman, right, and I had Oprah money, and the other woman and the woman I'm with got money too, but she just ain't got my kind of money. When we went out, she would expect me to pay.
'Cause you're a man.
Yeah, but we live in an equal opportunity society. Women got the right to vote. Hashtag me too. Hashtag times up. Hashtag fair wages.
I'm with you on that. It just don't apply.
I feel like if you make more money, then you the head of the house. You paying for this meal. And all meals from here to death do us part.
It's like this, dog. Like when I'm rolling with somebody rich and I'm going somewhere like, hey, I'm going to McDonald's. You want something? Yeah. All right, what you want? They going to call out their order. I asked you what you want, so
That's
I got
different,
you. All
though,
right.
man.
Or if I'm going somewhere with you and you like, man, let me pull up number 1. Let me get a
different,
soda
though.
and this and that. And I'm like, hey, I got you, cuz. Add a number 2 on there. I got your meal. Don't trip.
Yeah, that's different.
That's
though.
me and you. I'm gonna do that same thing to a rich person, blood. Sometimes niggas just want to get treated.
But if it's a rich person and I ain't in a relationship with you, that's a different story. But if I'm in a relationship with you, then we gonna get that established.
All right. Saying.
That's whack.
You and Lady O is a no-go.
Man, I think Lady O would be like, I respect that.
Nah. She ain't gonna
I wear the pants in this relationship. I'd be like, yeah, baby, tell her. I bow down to you.
Just because of her bank account.
Yeah.
Y'all
Y'all act like it ain't a humongous bank account.
Don't matter.
She gonna tell you get the hell up out.
You're not the one.
Nah, man.
Hey, why women tell dudes get the hell? This for you. Not that you do it, but why women be like, go, just go, get the hell out of here, and then when nigga be like, all right, cool, they get mad.
I don't know because I don't do that.
But I'm just saying though, like, you got friends that do that, right?
I do.
Do you?
I don't know, but me personally, I don't. Are you talking about like when you're arguing and mad and stuff?
Yeah.
I personally don't yell out stuff and say stuff that I don't mean.
Have your wife ever told you that get the hell up out, and then when you leave, she be like, why you leave?
No. No, we don't play that.
Did I watch too many movies or something?
I think so.
Yeah, it might be.
I think somebody can relate to this.
Probably, but I just don't do that. Like how some people, they fight, they break up, they
Go for blood.
They go for the jugular.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Dude.
Like
I'd
they be like divorce and it's like I don't do that. Like I don't that's not just how I get down.
I don't believe in going for the jugular.
Yeah, that's
very
unless
unhealthy.
unless I'm provoked. But I always keep one or two in the chamber. But you know what I mean? I just feel like there's certain
But
lines.
how can you be provoked by your spouse? That just seems that's so strange to me.
To be provoked by your spouse?
To be provoked enough by your spouse to make you want to say something that will hurt them.
It's probably because your spouse said something to try to hurt you.
It goes both ways. I'm just saying, like, me personally just think that it's crazy when spouses go at each other and go for blood.
Yeah, but everybody don't have that common sense or those sensibilities. Some people, when they get angry, the only way they know how to respond, whether it's a learned behavior or a natural behavior, is by going there.
Hurt people like to hurt people.
Right. I'm the type of person where it's like, we arguing and we're not going to be arguing tomorrow morning. So I don't want to say anything that is going to hurt your feelings to the point where tomorrow morning we can't talk.
Because you're still in your feelings about what you said.
Right.
Because words do hurt.
Or I don't want to be arguing over the fact that I spilled some milk on the cabinet, but then I take it to a level that's above spilled milk. So now we can't function properly, and it was over something so simple. But if I spill some milk on the cabinet and I be like, it's just milk, like, don't trip. And then you decide to like go all the way there and try to say something to hurt my feelings, I'm going to tell you one or two times, like chill, you get into that place where it's going to get ugly. And if you say something to me like, let it get ugly, now I got to prove to you who wear the pants around here. And you're going to feel real dumb tonight, and I'm going to sleep peacefully like a baby.
So if she say let it get ugly, if she give you the code to like drop one in, did she triple dog dare you? You dropping it?
Of course he is.
Man,
I'm dropping it, but I ain't dropping the MOB. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Like the mother of all bombs, I'm
He's
keeping
just
that
gonna
tucked away.
Drop just enough to make
I'm
her
just
get
gonna-
her
You gonna
feeling.
pepper spray her?
Exactly. I'm just gonna give you just enough for you to understand
man,
that if
don't
this is
fool
the
me.
game you want to play with me, like I'm a master at this game. I'm keeping them in the chambers.
I can't pepper spray, dog.
But-
you know you coming back. You didn't pepper spray somebody, and you gotta come back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. They gonna remember that pepper spray.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's not okay.
That's okay.
That is like low key a dysfunctional relationship.
I'm just gonna remind you that, hey,
Back up.
it didn't have to end this way. Like I was trying to tell you it's good, and then you try to drop your own nuclear bomb. So I had to let you know that I was Godzilla. Yo, bullets don't hurt me.
Dang.
But I can hurt you. They had for you to be able to go there with that.
You must got a
Yeah.
Nah. Have you ever seen Kong?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when they were shooting Kong, it was like, these ain't hurting me, but y'all disrupting my island. So now I gotta swat y'all down because y'all disrupting things. Like, go back to where you came from. But your bullets ain't hurting me. You just making noise and you disrupting me right now.
You disturbing the peace.
So then why not just walk away?
I'm zenning. It's lunchtime.
Right. Okay. So this is I agree with you, Tiff. Right? Why not just walk away? Mm-hmm. Okay. How do the other person learn their lesson? This is a serious question. Like,
you they daddy? Like, what are you trying to teach them?
No, but listen. If you saying, why don't you just walk away, right?
Before hurting.
No,
your
I understand.
spouse. Why can't you just
No,
walk
listen,
away?
I understand. So I walk away. So I walk away, right? So now, the next time we get in an argument,
water too, please?
You feel like, oh, it's okay to repeat that behavior from the last argument we had. So I'm like, okay, you keep on trying to throw bombs at me, but I'm going to walk away again.
You know how crazy somebody looks when one is arguing with someone and they're not arguing back?
Do you know how crazy some people is to not notice how crazy it looks when they doing that?
Can you give me a water bottle?
I think you making the assumption that everybody is sane enough to understand that it's almost like what's that movie that y'all like? Why Did I Get Married? Mm-hmm. Is that the movie I'm thinking of?
That's a good one.
It's like when baby girl was always getting on her husband, and he was always passive aggressive, like
Tasha,
okay, Tasha, like, yeah. But she never backed down. She, like, every time she came with the same response, and every time he was like, all right, like, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, woo. And every time she came, so he just ended up looking like a wounded puppy. Because he was trying to walk away, but she never learned her lesson. So she thought that it was okay to be verbally abusive towards him.
But that don't make it right, though. Still.
I didn't say it made it right.
So you saying instead of just looking like that, you just gotta let her feel that fire?
I'm just saying that you got to teach somebody a lesson sometimes. Like, we can have the type of relationship that's going to be abusive towards each other where we hurting each other, or we can have the type of relationship that
all right, let me
lifts
ask
us
y'all
up.
this then. Let me switch it up a little bit. Do it matter if it's just you and him or if you're doing it in front of other people?
I hate when couples argue in front of me.
Yeah,
But
you
I'm
should.
saying, like, one-on-one, does it still count?
I'd be like, awkward.
Like, if we play this game, well, we got the respect enough to not do it in front of other people. Is it any different than people that do it in front of people?
I don't know if I know what you're asking me.
I don't know what he's asking either.
All right,
But I would say,
hold on. Look, let me break it down. If me and you argue in private and we go for blood, F you, whatever your low point is, I stab you, we go back and forth. But we don't do it in front of other people. Are they the same as people that do it in front of other people? Does it really matter? Is that the same level?
What?
I understood what you said that time.
Thank you, dog.
Yeah.
She just trying to make me. What's
No, the way you asked it was, yeah.
the second time too?
Yeah.
Damn, but you got me. See, that's why
You
you my
asked
dog.
it enough times to where I was able to piece it together and say, okay, I think that's what this nigga is saying right now.
Hey, that's why I love you, dog. Go ahead, answer that. What
Hey, you
think?
know what? Honestly, though, so here's the thing that I try. I'll speak to my own relationship. I try not to ever curse her. Like, I try not to say, like, F you. I try not to call her out of her name, right? Like, I don't use those terms when I'm with her.
You're saying try. Like, it's hard for you to not?
No, I don't. I just said I don't use those terms with her. Like, I don't call her out of her name because some things I just think
Are too far.
right is like unforgivable. And at that point, I think you're just intentionally being mean where you're trying to hurt somebody. But whether you do it in front of people or whether you do it in private, like, it's all the same. You super thirsty?
Nah. I am.
Jeez.
All right, so it's the same. Sin is sin. Equal same battlefield, same equal. Okay.
But I do feel like people who do it in front of other people
Are worse?
Nah, I just feel like it's not that they worse. I just feel like their relationship is like really just
Man.
Give it up.
yeah.
I hate when couples argue in front of me. It just makes everybody around you so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, and awkward and just like, all right.
So we gonna keep playing taboo.
So,
Right.
all right. Well, it was so much fun tonight. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, I just feel like you can't do that. And I'm the type of person where if I feel like it's getting to that place, I'll either excuse myself or I ask, if it's like at my house, I ask folks to like, hey, can y'all, you know what I'm saying, we getting ready to get to a place. But I'll send them cold words out before we get there. I'd be like, Brandon's here.
Smoke signals. Hey, you guys want some party and let's some drink? Let's have some fun around
We're
here.
playing Jenga.
My kids are upstairs.
And if you get the look that says I don't give a flying, you know what? Then it'd be like, all right, B, I think it's time for you to.
Party's over.
Yeah, I think it's time for you to go now. I need to handle this real quick.
Right.
And B be like, man, I was waiting for you to say
'Cause
that.
I'm out.
Peace.
Peace out.
It is off topic, but though it seemed like it's cool. It seemed like now it's cool for people to be themselves. Like being differently and really to yourself is cool.
Being differently.
You get what I'm saying? Like like guys that want to paint their fingernails. Like nerds are cool.
Bruh, you your like I feel like giving you a good beat to rap to today just threw off your question making abilities.
Let me ask you something. Let me
This
ask you
nigga like,
Why
hey,
is it
let me
okay to be differently?
he like, let me ask y'all a question. All right.
Nah, peep game.
If a dog walk outside on the sidewalk, is it the same as him walking inside on the carpet? Nigga, I don't know.
Hey, that's a good one. Do people wipe their dog's paws? Like if you tell me to come in your house,
my
look, think about it. You tell me to come in my house and take off my shoes, but your dog been walking in these streets all day and running in the house. Did you wipe his paws down before he walked in? Does that make a difference?
Can you get back to your differently question, please?
All right. So what I was saying is that was deep though, huh? You never thought about that. Have you thought about that?
No, that wasn't deep, bro.
Okay.
That
Wasn't.
was funny.
What I'm saying is, it seems like nowadays things that weren't cool when we were younger are cool now. For example, being a nerd these days is cool. Being different than everybody else is cool. Before it was like weird. Like weird is accepted. Y'all don't think so? For example, like even if you want to even add the LGBT, like that wasn't always cool to be. More people were hiding. Now it's okay and cool. Like in this generation, somebody in that community can kick it with somebody that's not in a community, whether it's male or females, and hang out and be cool. Like that show we seen, how that dude was straight and his best, like he hugging and kiss, like not hugging, but like pouring his heart out to his gay best friend.
I don't know what show you're talking about.
That Shaw's are shown some difference.
Oh, yeah.
I understand what you're saying. I think, yeah, the things that were weird to us
Are cool now.
are not weird to this generation.
Exactly.
Nah.
Why is that though? Is it because of awareness? No bullying policy? Like
It's the millennials.
I mean,
what
I
changed?
think every generation
It's a little bit looser and looser.
seeks to push the envelope from the previous generation.
Oh, okay.
It just, I'm sure history shows that, like, kind of like what y'all was talking about last week. Same thing.
That, and I think, just in general, when you look at artists, the
The way they dress.
the creatives have made it to where you can do that, right? Like between artists and then between like Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Like Silicon, I don't think Nerves would be cool today if it wasn't for the fact that these niggas is making the most money anybody has ever seen.
And social media, like
Right.
Like they creating everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like
These
like
but it's like the
antisocial
extreme.
people,
Like
just
look at
got it popping.
right.
look at Kanye West's clothes. Like they look like freaking bums off the street.
Bum is such a harsh word.
Okay, so they look
Poor
like
people. Bum is hella harsh.
It is. Hey,
Partial.
you call me a bum, nigga, we might be fighting. Hey, you a bum, nigga. Say that again, I swear.
Bum is just like, that's a harsh word, dog. That's up there to me.
Yeah.
so.
Like when people be like, man, I was walking down the street, some old bum tried to ask me for $1. It's like, ooh, dude, you kind of cold. Like, why you just couldn't call him a poor person, a man without a job?
Well, what's a bum?
It is that, but it's still like harsh. Like it is a poor person. It's like slang for a poor person.
But it's for surely
The bottom of
the
the pit.
artist, bro. Now I personally feel like
Music changed it.
is yeah, and
Hey, like conscious music is cool now. That used to be cool, but then gangsta move took over. It's going in the cycle, blood. Hey,
what's crazy is that
is it the cycle?
that electronic music,
Time
Everything
out.
that
repeats
techno
itself.
music
Hold
is
on.
hot now
Hold
too.
on. I figured it out.
Everything.
I figured it out, dog. Look, it's coming down to music. Say, at one point, conscious music to be, brother, when I come through, I'm black. Nigga, what you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, them pro-black conscious rappers, that used to be popping, right? People wearing medallions, X hats, all that was black. And then gangster music come out. What that do? Trump the conscious stuff. Now it's coming back around to that conscious gangster music.
No, it's
It
not,
blended.
bro.
Yes, it did.
It's no,
J. Cole's conscious,
bro. That's
and he on top.
that's who you
Kendrick
listen
Lamar,
to. That's who
No, that's-
you and I listen to, bro.
nah, dog.
What about like XXXX Ashkishano?
You right, nigga.
Nigga, that nigga. Or what about
Hey, let me sit back.
Tekashi 6ix9ine,
Let me sit
nigga?
back. I thought I was going somewhere.
Like these
I
niggas.
only stuck with my maturity.
Yeah.
God, dog.
these
I can't
niggas
even argue that.
These niggas is not conscious when you listen to some of this shit that these young folks, they is
Damn
on
it.
some.
I put my old self back around.
Man.
Man. I didn't explain my whole youth.
Like,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
but I feel you
I was
though.
raised up listening to the right things. I got in some
I
gangster
feel
music.
you though. Like I feel like
Got older, got slowed down, got conscious and black.
I feel like a J. Cole or like a Kendrick, like they built on the foundation that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the folks we listen to coming up built. But this other music,
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
I couldn't even watch
Yeah,
the
Tiff was
hip
like,
hop, the
"Please
BET
just
Hip Hop Awards
cut it off."
came on last night. I couldn't even get through the whole show, and
Hey,
it's with the
dude,
fast forward.
Oh my gosh, me and Tiff sound like some old people. I was like, I wish somebody like I heard our conversation in our head, right? Because they was like little baby and so, and I was like, oh, these are my nephews. They like these guys, and they rapping. I'm like, oh, okay, I know this song. I'm like, Tiff, do you know this song? She's like, no. I'm like, oh, okay, I heard it on the radio. And then she was like, well, which one is Little Baby? I was like, well, I was waiting for the name to pop up so I could figure out who's Little Baby and who's Little so-and-so, but it never did. I guess I'm going to have to Google it and see it. And then I was like, dude, we just had like we are out the loop.
I didn't know none of these people.
What you say, Tiff? And I was like, damn, Tiff,
I
I
can't
just
get with
talked
all
to
of
Oh no, D-Ray was like, we're gonna be
Oh
at.
my gosh.
He said something about being at
hey,
Live.
look. D-Ray was like say he introducing the next person, right? He is like, it's going down Sunday night at Live, and we got the Dr. IG in the house. And Tiff was like, she paused it. Oh my gosh. Did you hear what he just said? He freaking messed up. And I was like, what? And then she was like, he said, Live, not live, like Sunday night at Live. And I was like, Tiff, ain't that a strip club or something like her? Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't it something in Atlanta or something like that? She was like, never mind. Then she played. I said, dude, I just talked about us getting old. And then you go pausing stuff thinking you clowning somebody. I'm like, dude.
Anyway, I couldn't even get through the whole show.
Now, like I could listen to them little niggas from Vallejo. Was SOB?
SOB.
Yeah.
Now I can listen to them, but I feel like their rap is built on the tradition of rap from the V that I know and understand.
Hey, speaking of SOB, dog, partner Hanny managed them, right?
Right.
So I said, man, I'm gonna hit hand up and just see what's up, man. I'm like, yo, hand, man, I got this podcast, and man, I don't need no shout out, no plug, nothing like that, no hook me up. But what's the sauce, man? How can I get my podcast popping? It's doing good, but how can I bring it to that next level? I talked to so many successful people, dog, hoping they give me a different, you know what I'm saying, spice. All of them say the same thing. Hey, man, keep going. I was like, nigga. All right, but I appreciate that, brother.
I don't know why you trying to find
I'm just saying, like,
microwave.
You know, it ain't a microwave, but it's just like, man, am I doing something right? They be like, nah, you doing it right. Keep going.
Yeah, you trying to find the secret sauce.
Hey, I'm done asking people, dog. I'm done. They like, hey, when you done 100 and you only got a certain level,
but
shoot
man,
for 105.
You know,
115. Like,
it's interesting you say that, man, because I forget which comic said it, but it was almost something along the lines of like they asked somebody what the secret sauce is of comedy, and the person who they asked said something along the lines of like, be funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in other words, it's like my secret sauce ain't your secret sauce.
Yeah.
I can give you my blueprint, but if you follow my blueprint,
it may not work.
It ain't gonna work for you because you different from me. Like you gotta find your own secret sauce to get there, and then when the next person come along, you tell them the same thing. Like,
hey, that's what he said, man. I talked to other people, just talking in general about their success. They just be like, don't stop. It's like, all right,
keep grinding.
All right, brother, appreciate it. Thanks for that good advice. Cool. See you tomorrow.
And we can't diss other podcasts. I ain't gonna do
No.
that.
Nah, hell no.
That's in bad taste.
Nah, hey, you know what? I was speaking of different podcasts. I was looking at the Stay Woke. He posted something about the Stay Woke podcast.
Oh, brother D Ray.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. But he said he posted something that was kind of dope. The lady said, she said instead of gentrification, why don't we re-gentrification? She was like, I coined that word and saying just buy inside the hood.
You know what? I seen the same thing. I thought of you as soon as I seen that.
Yeah, but like, let me ask both of y'all: could you realistically buy into the hood or where you grew up from, like to see change? Could you
buy
do that
into it and do what?
Buy into it, move there, and basically the lady was saying, all right, when people get money, the first thing they do,
they leave.
They leave and move out the hood and leave everybody else. Yeah, you can come back and visit, but why won't you buy something in the hood where they can see an example and a positive role model in their community on how it's supposed to be?
I'll let people do it, and then I'll come when everybody else is on the board.
But that's the problem she was saying right there. Everybody has that mentality. I'll let somebody else do it instead of anybody stepping up and being an example. So you saying you couldn't do it? I be thinking about stuff like that though. Like you can live better, you can show people, you can put people like you.
You ain't gonna do it either.
You can, man. If you buy somewhere cheaper and fix that up,
you buy it, fix up, and rent it out to somebody else.
I think it's difficult for the simple fact that let's say there's 100 houses in a community. Mm-hmm. You buy one. Do you got 99 of the friends that's willing to do the same thing as you?
No.
Because if you don't, then you're going to buy that one hoping to change the community. And what you're going to end up finding out is that same house, that same money that you spent on that house in the hood, if you'd have spent that money on a house in the suburbs, your money will be growing at a faster rate.
But it's not about money, though.
It is about money.
Nah, it ain't about money. It's about showing people an example. Like if you buy low, you can have enough to fix it up, and I'm pretty sure it'd be cheaper than that.
It's about your
spot in the community.
It's
you
about
have more
your
money in your pocket,
right? But it's about your future. It's about
it's
how
not
you
just
set
about your
up.
neighborhood. It's about what school are my kids gonna go to? Like, are we just sitting in a money pit. Like, it is about money. It's a lot of factors. It's just not about moving back to the hood and
All right, let's take
making
money
a
out of
change.
it and
But
say
I
that you
under-
had the money to do. The money wasn't an issue.
if money
Why-
wasn't an issue,
Why
would buy in
are
the
we
hood.
buying in our communities?
we would buy in
I
the hood,
understand what-
renovate, and sell.
Yeah, I
and
understand
rent.
what she's saying. You know what I mean?
It made sense.
I understand what she's saying, which makes a lot of sense, right?
But it's not realistic.
But it is not. Okay, so it's a couple things to it, right? One, there is a purpose for low income communities, and here's what I mean by that. Low income communities provide housing for low income people, right? Like, the best way to affect change in your community is to create living wage jobs for the people in your community. If I buy a house in my hood that I grew up in, I just took a home away from somebody who maybe needed that house to rent.
Like,
And-
you working at Amazon. But go ahead.
Exactly.
Exactly. Exactly.
You still doing that?
I
Or
still left.
You did it again?
Yeah,
How was it?
it was cool.
Okay.
I do 5 hours a week. But yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it is, right? And so it's like, yeah, you go in and you clean up that neighborhood, but those people whose home, those people who would normally be staying in that neighborhood, they just gonna move to a different neighborhood. So you revitalize the hood that you from, only to create a new hood somewhere else, because they gotta go somewhere. So then the thing is, okay, well, why don't you just go into your hood, buy homes, don't move back into your hood, but buy homes, fix them up, and then have people move into them.
You putting people that's in the
Right.
situations not qualified.
Nah, it's like, okay, you can do that, but at the same hand, like, how much is it going to cost you to continue the maintenance of that home that you just fixed up? And if you getting $800, $900, $1,000, $1,200 in rent, is the rent even enough for you to maintain the level of that home that you normally would? Or does it become one of those things where it's like, it ain't worth it for me to just continue to go back and fix this house up and fix this house up and fix this house up? So that's why I said it makes sense, but the bigger issue is, if you want to get rid of hoods in the way that hoods are now, then you have to create economic opportunities so that people will be able to appreciate things in a different way.
What's wrong with having a hood, though?
What's wrong with having a hood?
Yeah.
What do you mean what's wrong with having a hood? Get more into that.
What's wrong with having hoods? Like,
It's nothing wrong with having, I mean, there's a lot of things wrong with having hoods. Like, you don't want to live in no hood.
that's all you got.
No, I'm saying like that's so broad. Like, what's wrong with hoods? Like,
I'm saying, like, for example, the Crest. People been living there 20, 30, 40 something plus years. And then here you come trying to revamp it. But how you know they don't like it how it is?
nobody like living in a private.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you lost me there too.
Yeah.
I didn't say the projects. The Crest isn't the projects.
I'm just
No, I
saying nobody
understand,
like
but
living
I
in
think-
poverty. Like nobody,
I think
everybody
people-
want to come up. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, it's nothing wrong with living there, but flipping what you have and making that nice. Even if you live in a hood, like,
But
try
what
to,
is nice? But what's nice to you might not be nice to somebody else. That little old lady who's in her house love her little house and don't want you to come and change nothing.
I agree with that, what you're saying, but I also feel like that little old lady who own her house and like her house the way it is, like, she upkeeps her house based on
her income.
Right. Like, I feel like when people don't own their own home, or when they don't own their own anything, there's a level of care that doesn't go into it.
Hell yeah,
It's just like if you give somebody a car,
they're not gonna take care of.
they're
it
not
the
gonna
same
take
way
care
as
of
they
it. But
bought
as soon
it.
as they buy their own car, they be like, "Ain't no eating in my car." What nigga you be eating in my car all the time?
Matter of fact, put your food in the trunk until we get home.
Hey, you mind taking off your shoes and putting them in the trunk? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, it's raining outside. I seen you stepped in the mud like a while back.
Yeah, he be like, "Nigga, you tearing up my stuff." So
Yeah.
that's why I feel like if you created economic opportunities for folks to work, and then couple that by providing opportunities for those folks to buy those very same homes that they living in the hood, then all of a sudden you will revitalize the hood because folks are going to take care of what they own.
So you saying doing to the renting aspect of the hood mentality, then people don't take care of it for the most part.
Yeah, due to the fact that I don't own this. Like, I know people, like I know people who be like, you go in their house and they be like, I don't own this. The landlord gonna come in and fix all this when we leave.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't care about none of this. And then it's like, it'd be like, nigga, because you own a home, you be like, nigga, you can't just kick a hole in the wall. They be like, nigga, the owner gonna fix it. You're like,
patch it up, nigga, ain't my house.
Y'all killing me. So, yeah, but I ain't, you know, I'm happy where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. I ain't never going back to Vallejo.
I feel bad when I say that.
Nah, man. I want property in Vallejo.
I did find a nice piece of land in Hiddenbrook. I was like, I could buy that piece of land in Hiddenbrook.
It's probably hella overpriced, too.
I also found a nice piece of land in the South.
South Vallejo?
In the South, yeah. Yeah. It's a couple acres. It's not that much.
Hey, I was watching this show and his dad was pissed. This rich dad was pissed that his son would not take his money and let him help him. He's like, Dad, I want to be my own man, Dad. Come on. Like, let me live. Like, how would you feel? How would y'all feel if y'all kid was like that? Like, you're able to place him in the same situation, like a better situation, but he don't want to take your money and just want to live his own life and go through his own struggles.
Let him live.
I would respect my son more.
Let him live.
You can just, money ain't an issue. You Diddy.
Yeah, I
That's
respect
like
my kid more.
Whatchamacallit? Chet Hanks.
Yeah. No.
Tom Hanks' son. You watch Empire?
Is his son is on Empire?
Yes, the white boy, the white rapper boy.
I ain't.
Well, that's his son. He a rapper. Never knew that was his son.
Really?
Tom Hanks, yeah. But he did an interview with, what's his name?
He got another son that plays on Life in
Yep.
Pieces. And that son looked like him, like when you...
He looks exactly like him.
Yeah. But this other son don't look...
Not as much as his other one did.
Like the mama.
He don't even like his mom.
I'm just saying, he don't like either one of them.
He said he grew up, because Van was like, dude, Tom Hanks is your dad. Like, the biggest super movie star ever. He was like, yeah, but if I were to go to my dad and be like, can I get $40? I'm about to go out with my friend. He'd be like, yeah, you just got to go wash my car first. Like, that's the kind of the dad he was. And he was like, man, you know what my first car was? Like, all my friends is rolling up in the Mercedes and the BMW. And then here I come in a PT Cruiser.
Well, I mean, his dad...
And it was a used one. It was my dad's. Like, that's how...
I feel it, though.
They made him... He said, I appreciate it now because it showed me the value of $1.
But his dad just taught him a value of $1, not... I'm talking about the kids that just don't want nothing from their dad. And their dad trying to give it to them.
I think the only thing that I would want to give my kid is opportunity.
That's all you can give them.
Like, I wouldn't want to give you money, but I would want to be able to say to my kid, okay, you want to be a ballerina? All right, I ain't going to give you no money, but I'm going to tell you to go to this ballerina studio and talk to this lady. And from there, it's on you. I'm just going to make the phone call and say, hey, my kid is on their way. But if you can't make it, you just can't make it. But I'm not giving you nothing. I'm just giving you an opportunity because when I think about my life,
just leading them in the right direction.
Yeah, man. Like that's the most valuable thing I've ever had in my life is when I knew which direction to go to, and somebody was like, when you get there, there's gonna be somebody waiting for you. Like favor is the most underrated gift that God has ever gave anybody. You know what I mean? Cause you can't put a price tag on favor.
Right.
Yeah.
And it comes in all different shapes and sizes.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. If I could give anything to my kid, I would be like, I'm going to give you favor. I'm going to give you opportunities. Now, After that is all on you. So that when you do make it, you can say, I made it on my own. You know what I mean? Because whether I give you an opportunity.
Is it really making it your own with that favor?
Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Relative to the favor. But you're never going to get to a certain level of success if you don't put in hard work, no matter how much favor you have.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? That's why the Bible said faith without works is dead. You can have faith all day, but you ain't putting no work behind it. You might as well sit down and have a Coke.
All right. I concur.
But I would love if my kid was like, I'm good.
I know you would.
I sure would.
I don't know. I think I might spoil I think I spoil my kids a lot.
Hell yeah, you do. Hell yeah, she do, dog.
I still pick out my kids' clothes.
Oh, jeez.
I had her stop doing you like, dude. I told you we got an argument because she wouldn't let Nine pick out his clothes.
It wasn't really an argument. He's being dramatic.
It was like was like, man, let the nigga pick out his own clothes. Like, you tripping.
I still pick out his clothes.
But like what he picked out, I'm like, dude, let him be him. Like, let him be a man. Let him be a young boy. He in the 6th grade.
He just goes and gets the clothes I picked out for him, no problem.
That's funny. Now, with Amaya, I've always been like, you have your own mind, so make your own decision on this. You know what I mean? Like, I've always wanted her, because I've always thought of her as being a woman, and I was like, I don't want you ever to be subservient to any man. So I wanted to empower her at an early age to be able to make decisions on her own, so that, you know what I mean, when she was like, this is what I want, I was like, okay, like, that's what you want. Now it then became my job to help you live with the decisions that you make.
So what, she picked something that you don't agree with, like something too mature for her?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still the parent, so you know what I'm saying? It's my right at any moment when I feel like you going down the wrong path or going down a path that I'm uncomfortable with to say, I know I gave you free reign.
But we ain't getting that.
But we need to pull that back a little bit. Yeah.
Go try again.
But I also feel like,
sorry, come again.
This is one of the things that I enjoy about my child is that we've set boundaries early on to where she know, like, okay, this is the extent of which I can go, and this is what not. You know what I mean? And she pushed those boundaries, and then, like I said, it's up to me to just be like,
I'm cool.
The only person that I have trouble vetoing is my mother, because she will get my mother at times to do things that I'm uncomfortable with, and I still, like, that training is in me, so it's hard for me to buck up at my mom. I'd be like, Mom, you tripping? She'd be like, I'm what? I'd be like, I mean, it's cool. If that's what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? I ain't mad.
I think I'm gonna have that fear in my kids too. What you say? Pop's tripping. Never mind. Nigga be 83. Boy. Nigga, man. I'm gonna just respect his wishes. And just keep it.
My parents don't have that veto-ness over me and my kids. They know I'm like crazy. My mom likes buying the kids stuff, but she'll be like, I don't know, I need you to see it first because I know how you are with your kids' stuff and everything. And my dad be like, I don't care, I'm just gonna get it. And she's like, don't do that because it'll be in the garage if it does not go with what I have envisioned.
Yeah, you like if we did a Elk Grove Housewives, like, you would be there. You be leading the crew too.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I feel like I am not that entertaining to watch.
Tiff, you do everything except for lead the PTA.
I can't because Bella.
Right. But it's like,
oh, but when she goes to school,
yeah, it's like we're gonna have a bake sale. Like, you look like you're that type of mom. Like,
I do like that kind of stuff though.
Like, oh, we got a concert tonight.
So
okay, everybody's wearing the same clothes. Like, let's go. And it'd be like, oh, they're the perfect family.
So when our oldest was in school, I was up there all the time when I was pregnant with, no, Chum was here. But Chum was a different kind of kid. Like, he was super chill and would just sit in the stroller the whole time in the class and just let me just do my thing. But that other one, I was not able to do that. So I kind of like completely, once she was born, the whole super treats and birthday things and dressing up on Halloween to go surprise the kids at the school and all that stuff went out the window with her because I can't bring her with me.
Yeah, you a real mom.
Nine got it good though.
Why you say that?
He got all the good treats and the
yeah.
good stuff and everything. And then it kind of tapered down to now where it's like,
Hey, this generation different, dog. Like, he be like, Dad, can you come to my school and sit in class? You be like, nigga, you want me to?
oh yeah, I'm going tomorrow to go sit in the class with Chum, and he's like pumped because I talked to his teacher last week and I was like, yeah, so I want to be able to start coming in. And then today he was like, Mom, I thought you said you're gonna start coming in the class with me. And I was like,
That's
coming
like
tomorrow.
9 being in the 6th grade. Like, you gonna swing by my class and sit down? You be like,
Yeah,
But it's a different.
That's
It's just a different environment, bro.
yeah, it is. I ain't mad at it.
It's just a different environment. But see, y'all, I mean, count yourself lucky. My kid don't like when I come. But I know part of the reason she don't like when I come is because I come as doctor. And I be
Drilling them.
levying out critique. I'll be like, all right, look, that ain't how you do it, man. Let me
not let me sit down. Let me
Let
let me teach
Can I
you
have
what-
that?
all right, yeah.
I'm about to say, can I have the chalk? They don't even have chalkboards anymore.
So my kid be like, can you just be my dad and let
the teacher
the
teach.
teacher
Let
do
the
their
teacher
job?
teach.
And I'd be like, but your teacher sucks. She'd be like, I know, but can you not tell them that?
Well, can you imagine if somebody came in your classroom and try to tell you how to do your job?
I get that. I wouldn't want somebody to do that and come in my class and tell me how to do my job, but I also understand that if somebody was an educator and they had a kid in my class and they saw how I was teaching and they didn't agree with it, like, I understand that natural urge to just be like, what you're doing is not working for the kids in this class. Because when you're an educator, you can see if the person who's leading the class is actually being effective or not.
But do you think you can handle that constructive criticism?
No,
Yeah.
he would not.
What if they
receive
told you that they
love
they
constructive
don't
criticism.
they don't think you're doing it right, but they be like, I just know you're not connecting, but I don't have anything to follow it up with.
Oh, in that situation,
You're gonna have to come
No,
with a
I-
whole spreadsheet as to what he can do different.
I would ask questions. I would just be like, what part of what I was doing made you uncomfortable? And then from there,
Oh, sorry.
we would make a decision on whether or not, or there I would make a decision on whether or not to change or not. But when it comes to my profession, I invite critique. I'd rather you give me critique than praise, because
Hey, that's me.
I'm a perfectionist in terms
With
of like,
what?
Give me what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear what I'm doing right. Just tell me what I'm doing wrong.
like I say that to my boss. Like, if my boss come in and he be like, I'll be like, bro, I know what I do good. Like, I don't need you to tell me what I do good right now.
Sometimes I want to know what I'm doing bad.
I just need to know what I'm doing bad.
I need to know what I'm doing bad to see if you catching the bad that I could potentially
Right.
like if you like nail it, like, number one, you come to work on time, like, check, you right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, two, you're not engaging with your employees. You need to give more meetings. Okay, you right. I'm like, okay, he really paying attention.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I ain't mad at that. Like, I agree 100% with every negative that you said. I have nothing to say.
Yeah.
Don't come in here critiquing my job. That get on my nerves when Brandon be doing that.
I love that. Well, yeah. Hey, you know, I told her we just had a talk when we was riding bikes. I was like, cause you know, I didn't go to work myself. I was like, man, I'm staying home. I'm not going to work today. I'm gonna work from home. And while I'm doing it, when I'm there, she sleep.
Well,
like-
let me. Whenever he is home, it completely
Throws off.
throws off my whole
Yeah.
day. Like, our day does not go. Like, the schedule goes out the window whenever he's home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So look, so I wake up, she sleep, fell asleep. I'm like, okay, you know, She said she do school with her every day. It's 9 o'clock. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay. I ain't gonna say nothing. No, I'm cool. And then we come down here. She just wake up. So now it's like around like 10:45, 11. We watching TV. She nodding back off. My daughter like, can I get your phone? I'm like, she like, here, go. Just go upstairs. I'm like, okay. So she giving her the phone, like, and go upstairs. But we don't play with the phones during the week. Like Monday through Thursday, like that's a rule in the house. No phone for the kids. No TV till 7 o'clock. So I'm like, okay. And Bella like, oh, can I go watch TV? Tiff like, I don't care. Just go upstairs. I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? She's like, can I get something to eat? She's like, ask your daddy. I'm like, like I'm off today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm chilling. Like, I ain't at work. Like, don't you? What normally do you do? Like, let me see you at work. And then when we was riding bikes, I didn't say nothing, but I was like, you know what? I apologize because I said earlier I was thinking like, damn, you don't be doing nothing you say you do around the house. But here I am on vacation. Like I'm working from home. So my goal is to not do too much. I'm chilling. It's like a vacation day. And then I had to realize that today was her vacation day because I'm home. So it's like me, like you know what I'm saying? Like how I planned on not doing nothing at work. So now that I'm home, her schedule thrown off and it's a V day for her. Now it's like, ask your dad. So I had to like some way put myself in her shoes and you know what I'm saying, respect her V day. Like,
I would say a lot of what you just said resonated with me because I have that same issue at home. Mm-hmm. Because I'm up 6 every morning, Sunday through Sunday.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I'd be in the house and it'd be like 8, 9, 10. And I'd be in my head like, how long is these Negroes
gonna sleep?
You know what I mean? And I used to, when I was young, I used to get mad. Cause I'd be like, nigga, you ain't did
nothing
all day. Like, what do you be?
My daughter
like,
no ABCs.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I just realized you fighting an uphill battle with that one.
Man, my days be booked and busy.
I just like, man, I just told her I got respect. Like when you see me here, it's like cool. I basically hand off, take the baton, and let me chill since I'm a stay-home mom.
I really don't get no days off.
And no days off. You know, I just realized like earlier this year that's a real job, being a stay-home mom. Prior to that, I'm like, come on, nigga, you got the dream job. I don't want to hear that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But now that I recognize it, I can respect it more. And I was like, let me get her V-Day, take a nap. I'll take the wheel.
Yeah, I definitely respect it, and I respect stay-at-home moms, and I respect moms that like get up and go to work
and still come home
and
stay at home, be a stay-at-home mom,
and be a stay-at-home mom.
Single parent mom,
like that's a
no.
You know what I mean?
They can be married,
but I'm just saying, like
I feel like the responsibilities are still gonna be expected from a working mom and a stay-at-home mom.
They the same.
They're the same. You still gonna come home. You still gonna expect to have dinner. You still gonna expect the house to be clean. You still gotta get the kids together. Except for now, I'm just leaving the house and working.
A stay-at-home mom, ooh, that's double duty. No, I'm saying I get that, but a single parent mom full time.
Now,
I salute y'all.
For me personally, like I'll take on additional responsibilities just for mine to go to work.
I will too.
Like I like if you was like you got to cook dinner 4 out of 7 nights a week, I'd be like, I'll do that.
Every say no more.
Yeah, you go to work. Okay.
Extra bread.
Yeah, like cause
I ain't mad for no extra bread.
For me, it's just there's a value for me in like being able to have a life separate from me, and like I feel like there's a certain amount of balance there for Nicole, for her to have that
outside world.
Yeah, because otherwise it's like your life revolves around this house. So early on, I was like, I need you to like go make work friends, go get work problems, come home and talk to me about things that I don't know anything about.
Stay-at-home moms are not for everybody. Some people need that, what you're saying.
Right.
But some people, I'm cool with it.
I wish I could be a stay-at-home dad.
I wish I could be a stay-at-home dad too, but I know myself. I'd be working. I'd be doing something.
Man, I'll be at the gym.
If I was a stay-at-home dad, you be to come home. I done built the neighbor a new deck. You'd be like, what is you doing? I wasn't doing nothing. The neighbor needed a deck, so I came over. I just built him one. You know what I'm saying?
That's fucking funny.
He'd be like, why are you up?
He complimented my deck, so I decided to build him one.
He'd be waking up like, why are you up at 5 a.m? I got to get up early. I'm doing a project for Bob. You know? Got to repaint Bob's whole house. Like, nigga, just go get you a real job there, nigga, because you making up projects.
How old were y'all when y'all started waking yourself up for school?
Yeah, ever since I can remember.
Whoa.
I want to say it was at least elementary school.
Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Elementary. Yeah, it was like, I want to say, you know what? My mom got me it was like third grade.
Third grade?
My mom got me one of them alarm clocks with the bell because she was like, I'm tired of waking you up. You need to learn how to set this clock and wake yourself up.
Oh,
and she got me the one with the bell that hit it.
Yeah, the old school one.
Hella loud. And I used to jump up like the first like 2 weeks. Ah!
Scared?
Hell yeah. That mess is hella loud.
Man.
And then like from that point on, for like third grade.
What? Mine's
Yeah.
in the 6th grade, and
she said if you don't, she was like one of them like,
if you don't,
fall asleep if you want to.
My daughter is in the 10th. We just stopped last year.
that's what I'm saying. So I still wake up my kids up. I wake Nine
My
up
mama
first
give me adult decisions we talked about last
to
week.
go. I wake him up before everybody else so he can go walk the dog in the morning, and then he come back in, and then my next alarm goes off to wake up everybody else, and then my next alarm go off so that I can get up because I wake them up and then I go back.
Hey, you know what?
I'm going to tell y'all the most amazing
hold on.
thing.
I just thought about something. It's probably why I developed bad habits when it comes to like
Waking up
and set my alarm clock so close to like give myself 5 minutes to get up and get ready, brush my teeth, do all that.
Why did that give you?
I've been doing that since the third grade.
Oh, rolling because you were
Yeah,
young.
like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody
that makes
touched me the
sense.
right
You roll
way.
out of bed.
Yeah,
That
like
makes sense.
my kids are gonna have a routine of being up damn near an hour before they gotta do what they gotta do because they mom woke them up before it was their turn to teach them
wake
how
up
to.
Everybody's up by 7:30 and they're out the house by 8:30. So
Exactly. So I'm saying they got time to.
I give them enough time to get up, eat breakfast.
So that's gonna be their routine before they have to have a routine. My mom was probably
So
waking
you did
me
it
up
too
late.
soon.
Yeah, my mom was waking me up too late. She like, here, nigga, like alarm clock. This how you work it. You supposed to be out by this time.
Yeah,
You better not
figure
be
it
late.
out.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You better not be late. So I'm like, nigga, if I gotta get up at this
That's
time,
not
let me
really
see
for
how-
a third grader to figure
Let me
out.
see how that's the adult decisions that they was talking about in the book.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, let me
That
see.
makes sense. So now I don't feel so bad waking up my kids.
If the
still.
bus come at
Nah,
8, I can be there at 6,
I mean,
7.
I used to feel, you know what I'm saying, like, I took pride in being able to wake my kid up. Like, it was just fun to be able to.
It's cool for me.
Plus,
because
I'm already up anyway, so I just be like, hey.
I don't know. It's cool for me because I am a stay-at-home mom, and I feel like that's part of, you know what I'm saying, my duty. So I still wake them up. I still make their lunches for them, like all that.
You know what probably gets you like society or like other people that can't or aren't in a position to do what you do make you probably
Right.
feel like you're doing too much for your kids.
Right.
Like you got them little niggas spoiled, man. You waking up, having breakfast ready for them and doing this and doing that. Like, man,
I
me
know.
personally, I'll be like, man, dude, raise your kids how you want to raise and don't let nobody make
But
you
Chum
feel
getting
like.
kind of fancy, starting to ask for hot breakfast in the morning, and I'm like, wait a minute, now, I ain't part of the plan. You go your waffles you can make yourself or some cereal. Now you talking about want some eggs.
When I got back from Arizona, I had a house sit for my mom. And so I fell asleep one night like 11. Woke up at 2 a.m, couldn't sleep, started reading, grading papers and shit. 4 o'clock in the morning, I hear an alarm go off. I'm like, who the hell got an alarm going off at 4?
4 in the morning.
It's my nieces, bruh. My auntie came and picked them up at 5:30.
Every day?
Yes.
Wow.
Like, them niggas ain't got to be to school till like 7:30. My auntie was at the door at 5:30.
Wow.
I was so impressed with my nieces because I'm like, when I was y'all age, I wouldn't have been able to set an alarm for 4 a.m, get up and be ready for my auntie at 5:30.
Why they get up so early? Where they going?
So I guess my auntie, I don't know, man. My auntie just told him like, I'll give y'all a ride to school, but I'll be there at 5:30 to pick y'all up. What they did from 5:30 to 7:30, I have no clue. Nigga, I literally have no idea. But nigga, they was doing that every morning. I would have told my auntie like,
I'm cool. I'll catch the cheese.
I'm good. Yeah. Or if it was like I had to get a ride, she was gonna have to come in at 5:30 to wake me up, which means I wasn't getting out the house till 5:45.
Yeah, easily.
Like they was up at 4 a.m. I was so impressed. I was like,
so early.
Man,
What time they go to bed?
They go to bed like at 12.
Oh man, that's not enough sleep.
I was like, you little niggas. But I do believe in naps. So I don't want people to think I just wake up early and go to bed late. No, I take a nap daily.
I'm not really. I really don't.
If I take a nap, it's a wrap.
I believe in naps.
I really don't take naps.
I set alarms on my clock. I'll be like, I'm gonna take this hour and a half.
Hey, you know what I do?
Siesta.
I stay up like past my bedtime like 3 or 4 times out of the week, and then I crash one day, and then the cycle continues. Like I started yelling at the kids, like, "Man, get up, and go!"
I'd be like,
go,
your nerves
go.
is bad. We need a nap. That's what I say.
And then I get that, and then I'm like, "You right." Let me just. I'm going to bed at 8 o'clock. And I'm in the bed, and I wake up, cool, and then the cycle
I'm a
continues.
night owl too, so I don't require as much sleep as he does, because I can just go to bed. I go to bed probably like 1, 2 every night.
Yeah.
Then I'm up at 7.
I'm between 12 and 1 every night. Up at 6:30. But like I usually try to wait till my kid get home. And then once she come in the house,
Take a nap.
I'll be like, all right, I'll be up in like an hour and a half. And I take a nap, right? And then I usually get up like, 20, 30 minutes for her mama get home. I do that every day, bruh. And then it's like, but it's cool because like then her mama come in the house at 6 and she in the bed by 6:30.
So when is a good
Who's
time?
in the bed by 6:30
Nicole.
to go for the night?
Yeah, she be like
Wow,
pajamas,
that
robe.
is a lot of.
She
sleep.
might get up at like 9 and be like, y'all hungry? All right, I'll cook dinner now. But nigga, she be in jammies nigga early.
Dang. Hey, so when is the time for y'all to make the transition to like have them start taking responsibility? Do you got it in your mind, or do you just feel like I'm gonna rock it out?
Middle school, high school.
When I'm ready. I mean,
When the line draw between spoiling your little kid and like teaching responsibilities too late?
Middle school, high school. I did it when my daughter was 13. So it's like, to me, that was the perfect age.
13, start winging them.
because I kind of feel like before that, like their bodies aren't even able to respond to an alarm clock.
Because at middle school, high school, you're on a countdown. So it's like, I need to teach you how to do independent things, because once you get to college, if you go away to college, if you don't know how to do these things,
It's a wrap.
it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? You can't you can't be late to class because your mom ain't here to wake you up, or right? So it's like, okay, you in the 9th grade, I'm gonna give you you in the 10th grade, so that by the time it's in the 12th grade, I shouldn't even have to.
Yeah,
you should be on
especially
autopilot.
when they like start driving and everything like that.
Right.
You gotta like clip the wings a little bit,
So my
little by
kid
little every year.
Is on autopilot right now. Like I see you.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like if I sleep in too long, she'll be like, "Hey, I'm gone." I'll be like, "What time is it?" She'd be like, "Yeah, no, I've been there." I'll be like, "Yep, autopilot. I love it."
I mean, but my kids are responsible though. Well, the oldest one, because if I have somewhere to go in the morning where I'm not here to send them off, he know. All right, it's 8:20. Let's go. Like, let's start. And they're out the house, like never late to school and stuff. So he gets it. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, but he can be asleep with his alarm going off
In his ear.
right by his ear and not even flinch.
part as a comfort though. Like, you ever notice that?
What?
Like, when you comfortable because you know
Somebody else is gonna do it.
yeah,
Yeah,
then
that's
you can
true.
sleep through certain things.
That does make sense.
But then on the same hand, you can set your alarm and be nervous you ain't gonna wake up for it. And the slightest little, you be like, you know what I mean? Somebody be like, how'd you sleep last night? Terrible.
I did it.
I thought I was gonna miss my alarm. I was uber ready for this alarm, man.
Yeah, anticipating it.
Yeah, so
That makes sense.
anyway.
Let the kids be kids, man.
Don't matter.
Because they grow up so fast anyway.
I could dig that. Well, looks like the end of this podcast.
I guess so. That was your signal?
Yeah, apparently.
I thought
You know we don't need signals. You can just say, all right, that's it.
All right. That's a wrap. Time to call it a night, fellas.
All right.
All right, it's your boy Priest D.
It's Dr. IJ.
I'm not saying my name.
All right.
And it's Tiff, and it's two dudes and chick. All right, peace.
It's so much easier to just say Tiff, but you know. All right. I'm not gonna argue this week.